12th standard physicsல ஏஐ மாணவர் ஆப் வழியா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் லெசனுடைய 2 மார்க் 3 மார்க் பார்ப்போம். இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் 2 மார்க் கொஸ்டின் 3 மார்க் கொஸ்டின் ஃபார் அப்கமிங் quarterly examination. State Coulomb's law in electrostatics. Write the expression for the force between 2 point charges. Coulomb's law states that the electrostatic force between 2 points charges is directly proportional to the product of the charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them அப்படின்னு சொல்லி ஃபார்முலா கொடுக்கப்பட்டிருக்கு. அடுத்து next question. Define electric field. Write the expression for the electric field due to a point charge. Electric field at a point is a force experienced by a unit positive test charge placed at that point. Formula கொடுக்கப்பட்டிருக்கு. For a point charge q at a distance E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught dot q by r square is directly radially outward or inward for negative q. What is an electric dipole? Give its dipole moment expression. And electric dipole is a pair of equal and opposite charges plus q and minus q separated by a small distance 2a. P is equal to q into 2a. It is a vector directed from the negative to the positive charge. SI unit Coulomb meter. State Gauss law in electrostatics. Write the mathematical form. Gauss law, the net electric flux through a closed surface equal 1 by epsilon naught times the total charge enclosing by it. Pi is equal to integral E dot dA is equal to Q minus enclosed by epsilon naught. It is useful to find electric fields for symmetric charge distributions. State Gauss laws in electrostatics. Write its mathematical form. Gauss law. இது நம்ம பார்த்துட்டோம். அடுத்தது a free proton and a free electron are placed in a uniform electric field E. Which one moves with greater acceleration and why? Force on a charge in field E is F is equal to Q capital E. Both charges have the same magnitude of charge Q, small q, but the electron's mass Q 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 21 kilogram is far smaller than the proton's mass, that is 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 227 kilogram. Since A is equal to F by M, the electron experiences a much larger acceleration, about 1836 times. Sketch the electric field lines for an isolated positive charge and an electric dipole. For an isolated positive charge, straight lines radiant outward equally spaced. For an electric dipole, curves emerging from the positive charge and ending at the negative charge, symmetric about the dipole axis. Field lines never cross and end on charges are at infinity. Derive the expression for the electric field intensity at a point on the axial line of an electric dipole. Consider a dipole of charges plus q and minus q separated by 2a. Let point B on the axial line at a distance r from the center. Field due to plus q. E1 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught dot q by r minus a whole square along dipole direction. Field due to minus q. F2 is E2 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught dot q by r plus a whole square opposite to dipole direction. Net field E axial is equal to E1 minus E2 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 2pr by r square minus a square whole square, where p is equal to q dot 2a. For short dipole r double greater than a, E axial is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2p by r cube. Derive the expression for torque on electric dipole based on a uniform electric field. Dipole moment P is equal to q dot 2a in a uniform field E. Forces on the two charges are equal and opposite. F is equal to plus or minus q E. They form a coupled torque magnitude. Torque is equal to F into perpendicular distance is equal to QE into 2a sin theta equals PE sin theta. In vector form, torque is equal to P into E. Torque is 0 when theta is equal to 0. Stable equilibrium, or theta is equal to 180 unstable, Potential energy U is equal to minus PE cos theta. Using Gauss law, derive the expression for electric field due to an infinite plane sheet of charge. Consider an infinite plane with surface charge density. Construct a Gaussian cylindrical pillbox crossing the sheet. Flux through curved surface equal to 0. E is perpendicular to plane. Flux through the two flat ends. Pi is equal to E dot A plus E dot A equal to 2EA. Charge enclosed equal to sigma A. By Gauss law, 2EA is equal to sigma A by epsilon naught. Formula given. The field is uniform perpendicular to the sheet, pointing outward for positive value. Three charges plus q minus q and 2 minus 2q are placed at the vertices of an equilateral triangle of side A. Find the force on minus 2q due to the other two. Let AB be plus q and CB minus 2q. Force on C due to A, FA is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught dot q, 2q by A square is equal to 2k square A by A square along CA attractive. Force on C due to B, same magnitude, FB is equal to 2q square by A square along CB. The angle between them at C is 60 degree. Resultant magnitude using parallelogram law F is equal to root of FA square plus FB square plus 2FA FB cos 60 is equal to 2 into 2k square by A square is equal to 4k square by A square. Direction along the bisection of angle C away from the minus 2q side towards the midpoint AB. Thank you all.